There's sufficient evidence supporting your guilty plea from State's Exhibit 1 admitted in each of these cases to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. I now find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt in each of these two cases. I am following these agreements. You are hereby sentenced to confinement in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice to serve a term of 4 years. Confinement in each of these cases. Sentences shall run concurrently and also free. It'll be pleading to, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. We'll multitask here. Let me get all these in an order. We call three cases, 26 CR 60, 26 CR 343, and 26 CR 344, all styled the state of Texas versus Joseph L. Lewis. You are Mr. Lewis. And you were here with Ms. Coffin, your attorney and the state's attorney. Does the defendant waive formal readings of the indictments and the arraignments here? Can we proceed in summary?
Yes, Your Honor.
And 343 is to be dismissed. Is that our plan?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. And that was a state jail felony of fraudulent use or possession of identifying information. And that will be dismissed as part of this agreement. He's got the other two, 26 CR 60. Are we just proceeding on paragraph 1 on each case?
Yes,
There's a
yes, Judge.
another prior conviction alleged, an enhancement, but we are abandoning that.
The state will do so, Judge.
All right. In summary, Mr. Lewis, this indictment in 26 CR 60 alleges that on or about August 26th, 2024 in Jefferson County, Texas, you knowingly and intentionally illegally possessed a controlled substance, namely phencyclidine, PCP, in an amount by weight of 4 grams or more, but less than 20 grams. Do you understand what you're charged with here, sir?
Yeah.
Yes. If convicted, this is a second-degree felony, which means you face a term of not more than 20 years or less than 2 years in prison. In addition, a fine may be assessed not to exceed $10,000. Do you understand? An agreement's been reached in your case. You would be pleading guilty, sentenced to 4 years in prison to run concurrently with the next case, 26 CR 344, harassment of a public servant. And again, a third case will be dismissed, 26 CR 343. Is that your understanding of the plan here?
Right.
If I follow this agreement, you have no right of appeal. Do you understand?
Right.
How do you plead to this charge, sir? Guilty or not guilty? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty here voluntarily and because you are guilty?
Right.
Put that one aside just for a moment and go to three, four, four. And again, in this case, does the defendant waive a formal reading of this indictment? Can we proceed in summary?
Yes, Your Honor.
In summary, this indictment alleges that on or about March 5th, 2025, in Jefferson County, Texas, you committed the third-degree felony of harassment of a public servant. Do you understand what you're charged with here? If convicted, you face a term of not more than 10 years or less than 2 years in prison. In addition, a fine may be assessed not to exceed $10,000. Do you understand?
Right.
An agreement's been reached in your case where you would be pleading guilty and sentenced to 4 years in prison to run concurrently with the preceding case you pleaded guilty to today. And again, that third case would be dismissed. Is that your understanding of the master plan?
Yeah.
If I follow this agreement, you have no right of appeal of your cases. Do you understand? How do you plead in each of these two cases again, 26 CR 60 and 26 CR 344? Guilty or not guilty? You are pleading guilty voluntarily in each case and because you are guilty. Is that true, sir? I show you in each of these cases what's marked as State's Exhibit 1. Did you sign those documents? Understand them? Discuss them with your attorney? Are the contents all true and correct? State's Exhibit 1 tendered into evidence in each case?
No objection.
Without objection, admit. These state that you are mentally competent to enter your guilty pleas. They are freely and voluntarily made. You know what you've been charged with. The indictments have been read to you. You read them. You are guilty of the crime charged in any lesser included offenses in each case. You are giving up your rights to a jury trial and the rights to the appearance, confrontation, cross-examination of witnesses. Totally satisfied with the representation provided by your lawyer. All of this is true. It states, so help you God.
Yes.
States Exhibit 1. Part of the record for all purposes. Pre-sentence reports are waived in each of these cases.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Judge.
I will follow these agreements, if nothing further, and I will find Mr. Lewis in each of these two cases, 26 CR 60 and 26 CR 344. The illegal possession of a controlled substance, and 60, a second-degree felony, and the harassment of a public servant charge, a third-degree felony, in 344. In each of these cases, you have pleaded guilty voluntarily. You were mentally competent to do so. You understand and appreciate the consequences of pleading guilty. There's sufficient evidence supporting your guilty plea from State's Exhibit 1 admitted in each of these cases to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. I now find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt in each of these two cases. I am following these agreements. You were hereby sentenced to confinement in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice to serve a term of 4 years. Confinement in each of these cases. Sentences shall run concurrently. And also, I have this third case, 26 CR 343, by agreement, that shall be dismissed. That state jail felony of fraudulent use of identifying information. And I will sign that dismissal here in a moment. Do you understand what has happened today, sir? Anything else, Dan?
Your Honor, I do have the discovery certification.
Oh, okay. I didn't get you anything. We'll put this in the file. Thank you. Anything else? We
No,
never says.
I'm saying.
Okay, thank you.
May I be excused?
Best to your family.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would
Yeah, sure.
appreciate it. Thank you.
So